Hello, and welcome to AI for Civics. I'm Natalie, one of the Civics Outreach Managers here at Google, and today you'll also be hearing from my colleagues Sam and Macaulay. We'll be discussing some real-world Google AI case studies, government adoption, specific tools we have for you to leverage, and finally, our approach to developing this technology. And today's goals are twofold. One, you'll learn all about Google's approach to AI and today's new era of American innovation. And two, you will understand AI for civics and leave with tangible ways that AI can support your work. As a technology, AI presents a tremendous opportunity to help America become safer, stronger, and more competitive than ever before. And here at Google, we've been at the forefront of AI research for well over a decade and remain committed to help fuel a new era of American innovation. And AI is already out there solving problems both big and small across a variety of fields. So we're seeing small businesses supercharge their growth using AI, doctors and other healthcare professionals deploying Google AI technology to catch and diagnose serious illnesses more quickly and more accurately. And we're also using AI internally to provide early warning flood and wildfire forecasts, helping governments, aid organizations, and individuals in flood-prone areas respond to and prepare for potential disasters. So I want to start by talking about some real-life instances throughout the country where we've applied AI for good. And as one example, we worked with the city of Memphis to improve their street maintenance using AI. City governments struggle to identify and remove potholes, which makes streets less safe and costs U.S. drivers. Memphis, Tennessee is actually one of the largest cities in the country by land area, making street maintenance an especially difficult task. To address this issue, the city of Memphis worked with us at Google to use AI-enabled cameras mounted on city vehicles to identify potholes and to train object detection models to find potholes along routes and classify them for filling. And together with other data-powered methods, the effort helped identify 75% more potholes than comparable manual processes. This led to smoother and safer roads for Memphis residents and also simplified a task that typically requires over 30,000 hours of city employee time each year. But don't take it from us, take it from the mayor himself. And now I want to talk about government adoption. For years, Google's been working with state and local governments to focus on the needs of the mission, using data to improve constituent experience and offer more accessible digital services, while helping government workers operate more efficiently. Artificial intelligence has been core to helping agencies achieve these goals, and the public sector is leading the way on AI adoption and innovation. And Google's partnering with states to deploy our tools quickly and efficiently to solve specific challenges for state governments. And on this slide, you can see a few real-life examples. The state of Utah modernized operations by deploying Google Workspace and Gemini to 22,000 government employees, moving away from legacy systems to foster real-time collaboration and efficiency across state agencies. And the initiative was a success, not only improving daily workflows, but demonstrating how government entities can responsibly scale AI to supercharge their workforce. The Indiana Department of Transportation used Google Cloud's Vertex AI platform and Gemini models to automate the generation of government efficiency reports, as mandated by Governor Braun. In just 1 week, they developed a functional prototype that generated reports with 98% fidelity, saving an estimated 360 hours of manual work. And the Department of Transportation actually became the largest Indiana state agency to complete the efficiency report on time. And in fact, that final report became the template for 60 other state agencies. And finally, in Missouri, the Missouri Department of Social Service partnered with Google Cloud to enable better citizen service when it comes to applying, renewing, or reporting changes for all means-tested benefit programs. The agency introduced virtual agents to handle inquiries and Google Meet to conduct virtual in-person appointments, significantly reducing the friction of traditional processes. This transformation allowed the Department of Social Services to leverage Google AI tools for deeper operational insights and explore AI-powered translation services, proving that state agencies can rapidly transition from legacy systems to advanced AI solutions to better serve their communities. And that's not all. The Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development partnered with Google Cloud to modernize its legacy unemployment insurance system, which had been overwhelmed by a surge of claims during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the city of Dearborn, Michigan collaborated with Google Public Sector to modernize its digital infrastructure and offer 24/7 multilingual support for city documents and websites. And the Hawaii Department of Transportation partnered with us at Google to address critical infrastructure risks posed by climate change, including landslides, wildfires, and flooding. And last year, we introduced Gemini for Government to support the US government's AI transformation. Designed specifically for the public sector, it's not just an AI model, but a comprehensive AI platform that includes Google Quality Enterprise Search, video and image generation, Notebook LM Enterprise, and out-of-the-box agents, allowing for research and idea generation. It also allows agencies to build their own custom AI agents, specialized tools designed to execute specific workflows or tasks. And this announcement reinforces Google's commitment to being a strategic transformation partner, helping agencies modernize their workflows and improve efficiency. Google.org is the philanthropic arm of Google, focusing on grant making and pro bono work to support nonprofits, civic entities, and communities writ large. Its mission is to unlock opportunity for everyone, everywhere. We must continue to invest in people, education, and training programs that help workers, learners, and small businesses of all backgrounds learn to use AI effectively. To that end, in 2024, we announced a $75 million AI Opportunity Fund to help over 1 million Americans learn essential AI skills. To unlock AI's full potential to advance society and improve lives, .org focuses on 3 key impact areas: knowledge, skills, and learning, scientific progress, and stronger communities. Knowledge, skills, and learning focuses on digital skilling and education, like teaching workers how to use AI. Scientific progress focuses on using AI to accelerate breakthroughs in fields like health and climate science, and stronger community focuses on crisis response, like disaster relief and digital safety. And with that, I'll let Mac talk about some of the tools you can get started with today.
Thank you, Natalie. Hello, everyone. Now let's get started. Our Google AI tools are powerful resources to boost your creativity and productivity. Let's dive in. First, Gemini. Google Gemini is our multimodal generative AI assistant designed to understand, operate across, and combine different types of information, including text, images, video, and code. First, you may be wondering, what is generative AI? To understand how Gemini works, you should understand the basics of generative AI. A key thing to remember is that generative AI can help us create new content based on what it has learned from existing content. The process of learning from existing content is called training, and through this training, a statistical model is created. When given a prompt, generative AI uses a statistical model to predict what an expected response might be, and this generates new content. For example, peanut butter and blank is more likely to be followed by jelly than shoelace. Generative AI can not only create new text, but also images, videos, or audio. And you can chat with Gemini to supercharge your ideas, whether you're writing, planning, or learning. And the way you ask Gemini questions really makes a big difference in the quality of the responses. So we wanted to share some learnings that helped us improve prompt writing. Better prompts yield better results. So let's analyze the anatomy of a great prompt. For instance, we recommend you give Gemini a role. Put Gemini in a relevant position. You should define a goal. Give Gemini a clear aim. You should specify an audience, which tells Gemini who is reading the output. You should also set restrictions and style guidelines. This will guide Gemini by establishing an output style. Additionally, you should format the result. Explain to Gemini how you want the response formatted. It's not necessary to always employ each of these recommendations, and it can be done in any order, but additional details help improve the prompt. Here's one example of a more detailed prompt. To have a great prompt, try something similar to the right-hand example. Here's an additional example. On the right-hand side, you'll see what a response from Gemini would look like for this exact prompt. And whether it's social media or complex content, here's one example of how you can utilize Gemini. All right, let's move on to one of the most exciting features, Gemini Live. Think of this as your truly free-flowing natural conversation with AI. You don't have to worry about hitting send or waiting for it to finish talking. You can actually interrupt mid-response just like you would a real person to add details or completely change the topic. The core capabilities are fantastic. You can talk back and forth entirely hands-free, no typing needed, and it responds verbally. This is perfect for brainstorming ideas out loud, whether you're trying out a business plan or you're trying to figure out what gifts to buy. You can also use it to explore complex topics or dig deeper on questions in real time. And if you have an important moment coming up, like a big interview, you can utilize it with practice interview questions. Plus, it's available in over 145 languages. And now, let's discuss image generation in Gemini. Image generation in Gemini is generally our best image generation model yet. It's engineered for creativity. You can bring your imagination to life faster than ever before. We're talking photorealistic images with incredible clarity. It's even improved with spelling and typography, which is huge for text within your images. Plus, you can get powerful editing tools like in-painting and out-painting. So, how simple is it to create these images? All you need to do is tell it what you want to see. Describe the image and Gemini will create it for you. The model has a strong language grasp, which means it can generate visuals that accurately reflect even complex concepts and details it in your prompts. And as a reminder, make sure you're using these prompting best practices that we already covered, since the quality of your prompt really determines the quality of your images. And here's one example. Again, you describe the image you want to see and Gemini will create it for you. Now let's dive into video generation in Gemini. VEO is an exciting tool that can create audio for your video, including dialogue, sound effects, and ambient noise. VEO, our video generation model, allows you to generate high-quality images from simple text and image-based prompts. A key feature in VEO is its ability to create realistic and consistent movement while maintaining the appearance of people, animals, and objects throughout the video. And as we continue to bring AI to more products and services to help fuel creativity and productivity, we are focused on helping people better understand how a particular piece of content was created and modified over time. We believe it's crucial that people have access to information about the source and history, the provenance of digital content, and we are investing heavily in tools and innovative solutions to provide it. SynthID is our state-of-the-art watermarking tool, designed specifically for AI-generated content. Watermarking embeds information directly into the content in ways that are maintained even if that content is modestly edited. For example, with images, the watermark is embedded within the pixels of an image. The watermarks are included across Google's generative AI consumer products and are imperceptible to humans, but can be detected by SynthID's technology. This means that it acts as a robust watermark that remains detectable even when the content is shared or undergoes a range of transformations. We've since expanded SynthID to cover AI-generated text, audio, and video content across Google's generative AI consumer products. To check if a piece of content was generated with Google AI, simply ask Gemini, which will return a response to give you more context. Now, let's cover gems. Gems can be useful to boost productivity and spark creativity in your work. So what are gems? They are a feature within Gemini Advanced that allows you to personalize your experience and set up specialized AI chat agents to help with specific tasks. This is especially useful if you have a way that you interact with Gemini over and over again. So instead of writing a new prompt each time, you can create a gem that will know the persona you want, the format you need, and have all the context to help you with that specific task. This can include things like helping with routine tasks like drafting form letters from a template, or using more interactive assistance to help you set up to help you get up to speed on a new subject area or brainstorm ideas. Visit gemini.google.com or download the Gemini app to get started on all these features I just discussed. Now, let's switch gears and talk about how AI is fundamentally changing the way we all use Google search and how that benefits you. AI mode is our most powerful AI search. Ask whatever's on your mind to get an AI-powered response. And explore further with follow-up questions and helpful web links. AI mode uses Gemini's advanced reasoning, thinking, and multimodal capabilities to help with even your toughest questions. So, how exactly does AI mode work? Think of it as Google search supercharged by AI. It's built on Gemini's next-generation intelligence, using advanced reasoning and multimodal understanding to tackle your toughest, most nuanced questions. The result isn't just a simple answer. It delivers comprehensive information while still connecting you to the web by prominently showing you links you can explore, corroborate, or dig deeper into the topic with. An AI mode issues multiple related searches at the same time, across subtopics and multiple data sources, and then brings those results together. So, how does AI mode give you such a comprehensive answer? As I mentioned, it runs multiple related searches simultaneously, pulling data from various sources and subtopics. Throughout AI mode, there will be links to content, creators, and businesses throughout the response. These links are meant to help you corroborate the information presented and dig deeper. This is key to our approach with this mode of search, providing AI assistance while still connecting users to the richness of the web. The final thing to know about AI mode is how flexible it is. It doesn't matter how you ask your question. You can type it out, you can talk it out, or you can even snap a photo or upload an image. AI mode uses advanced multimodal capabilities to deeply understand your question no matter what format you choose. To wrap up on this section, you can find it right in the search bar. Whether you're using the Google app or Chrome, go ahead and start using AI mode today. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Sam. Thank you so much for joining me with this section.
Thanks, Mac. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam, and I'm here to talk about Notebook-LM. So Notebook-LM is different from your traditional AI chat box, given that it lets you ground the language model in your own notes and sources. Source grounding effectively creates a personalized AI that's versed in information relevant to you. You can ground Notebook in your own sources in order to make it most relevant to your use case. Upload your sources, ask questions, and generate key insights, all with inline citations to ensure accuracy. Listen and learn on the go by turning your sources into engaging audio discussions with one click. Here's how Notebook-LM speeds up your daily workflow. You can save time reading that 200-page report and just ask Notebook-LM questions to grasp the core issues instantly. Upload different sources like meeting transcripts and a project brief to quickly see how they align or conflict. Turn your research into outline memos or executive summaries, giving you a strong first draft in seconds. Every answer includes clickable citations directly to your uploaded documents, so you can always verify the facts. Easily explore interesting connections and spot key differences across multiple source documents. See the source, not just the answer. Clickable citations show you the exact quotes, giving you complete confidence in the accuracy of every response. With just one click, you can turn your text sources into an engaging AI audio overview. This lets you consume complex information on the go. Even better, you can interact directly with the AI host to ask them follow-up questions as you listen. You can also transform your sources into AI narrative video. It does all the heavy lifting for you by automatically pulling key images, graphs, quotes, and numbers directly from your documents to build a complete visual story. Visit notebook-lm.google or download Notebook-LM on Android or iOS to get started. You may be wondering when to use Notebook-LM or Gemini, since they're both Google AI products. It's important to remember that Gemini is instantly accessible through your browser. All you need is a prompt to get started. You'll need to upload your sources to Notebook-LM before you can use generative AI to better understand them. Now we're going to do a quick demo of Notebook-LM. So to get started with Notebook-LM, go to notebook-lm.google.com. From there, you'll see a home screen. From here, you can tell we've already made a couple notebooks, but today we're gonna focus on this one, FireSat, on AI and satellite wildfire detection. When you first create a notebook, you will add your sources using this tab in the top left corner. From here, you can see you can add a variety of sources. You can upload files, you can pull from a YouTube video, a Google Drive, copy and paste text, or you can even search from the web. From there, you can see where all your sources on the left-hand side, and you can check which sources you want to be searching within. Once you start prompting in Notebook-LM, you'll see answers throughout with numbered citations. These citations will show you exactly where in your document your notebook is pulling from. On the right-hand side, you can see the studio function. You have AI, audio overviews. In here, you can customize how you want those audio overviews to be created, whether deep dives, briefs, critiques, debates, what topics it should focus on, and the length of time, as well as the language. As well in the studio function, you can do video overviews, and you can also customize either the cinematic, an explainer, or a brief, and you can also choose which visual style is created. There's also mind maps, which shows you all the different themes and topics, and as you're clicking throughout your mind map, your notebook is doing a deeper dive on those topics to see what else there is to learn. You can create flashcards, quizzes, data tables, reports, but before that, I want to show what these video overviews look like.
You know, for decades, we've been fighting wildfires with tools that were basically designed for a different world. But as fires get faster, hotter, and way more destructive, a technological revolution is finally here.
That's just a brief overview of how quickly Notebook-LM can create videos. You can also see a quick preview of an audio overview.
The FireSat mission. This isn't some side project. It's a huge effort with a $13 million contribution from Google Research.
And that is exactly the backdrop for this deep dive.
Just a quick overview of what audio overview function looks like in Notebook-LM. Additionally, you can share your notebooks across your organization with the share feature. And lastly, once you're done creating in your notebook with sources and the different studio functions, you can share it across your workspace and organization. And that's just a quick overview of everything you can do in Notebook-LM. To get started, go to notebooklm.google.com. Next, we have data commons. Google's mission has always been to organize the world's data and make it universally accessible and useful. Data Commons brings together the world's public data, making it simple to explore. Data Commons compiles data sets from an abundance of sources, like the CDC, the UN, and the World Bank. This data is essential for people across different types of professions, like professors, journalists, scientists, and more. Many of the biggest challenges we face will need deep insights to solve. Fortunately, a lot of this data is already publicly available. Unfortunately, this data is very complex and not easy to understand. We've cleaned, normalized, and joined different types of data from a variety of sources, and recent advances in AI have enabled us to go much further than we had thought possible in making this data easily accessible. Now you can use natural language to access the data, and now you can ask questions like, what are the most common jobs in Texas? And see a response like this. You can try Data Commons now at datacommons.org. And now, Google Workspace. So what is Gemini in Google Workspace? Since 2015, we've been using AI to make Google Workspace products more helpful for our 3 billion users. We're not new to the AI business. Some of our AI-powered features we've introduced over the years include Smart Compose, Smart Reply, grammar, and spelling suggestions, and AI-generated summaries. Google Workspace and Gemini helps you write, connect, visualize, and organize. Gemini in Gmail is designed to help you write emails from scratch or refine existing drafts, and it's available on both web and mobile platforms. The tools feature a Help Me Create experience that generate instant first drafts simply by telling Gemini what you want to write. For a more comprehensive result, Gemini can pull in details from your relevant files and emails across both Gmail and Drive. This streamlines your workflow by eliminating the need to switch between apps. You can refine drafts by asking for specific adjustments, such as clarifying an idea or making the phrase sound more professional. For consistency, Gemini can help align all external communication to your organization's desired tone of voice. Here's an example of how Gemini and Google Docs can help you write an invitation for a town hall meeting. Now that you can refine that draft with a prompt or with suggested prompts to make the draft shorter or more formal, for example. Gemini also allows you to select a template to get started on your next project, proposal, or report. Gemini and Google Slides help you create unique images for your presentation using just a few words. It can also generate speaker notes. With Gemini, you don't have to worry about accidentally using a copyrighted image or limited to cheesy clip art. Gemini and Google Sheets help you analyze, organize, and act on your data much faster than before. Simply describe what you've been trying to accomplish, and Gemini will automatically generate a custom table to track your project. It even handles the data classification for you, eliminating manual entry so you can focus on higher impact work. Google Meet now lets you use Gemini to take notes, helping you run more efficient and productive meetings. And it automatically captures and organizes your meeting notes directly into Google Docs, which is then linked right in your calendar event. Shortly after the meeting ends, the organizer also receives an email with a link to the full recap. And if you happen to join a meeting late, you can instantly get up to speed using the Summary So Far feature. Google Meet offers near real-time translated captions across dozens of languages to help global teams connect. This feature makes your video calls more inclusive and collaborative by instantly removing language barriers. Powered by advanced machine learning, it seamlessly translates speech to keep everyone on the same page no matter where they're joining from. Visit workspace.google to learn more. And back to Natalie.
And now I want to wrap by talking about Google's approach to AI. As we continue to incorporate AI and generative AI into more Google experiences, we know it's imperative to be bold and responsible together. One area that's top of mind for many, including us here at Google, is misinformation. Generative AI makes it easier than ever to create new content, but that also raises questions about the trustworthiness of the information that you're seeing online. And it's why, as we invest in more advanced models, we're building them to include techniques like watermarking right from the start. We're also developing and providing people with the tools to evaluate online information. The About This Image feature in Google Search provides helpful context, such as when and where similar images may have first appeared and where else they've been seen online, including fact-checking, news, and social sites. AI needs a security framework and applied standards that can keep pace with its rapid growth. This is a technology with tons of potential, but we're also very clear-eyed about the risks that exist. And it's why, in 2024, we introduced the Coalition for Secure AI to advance comprehensive security measures for addressing the unique risks that come with AI, both for issues that arise in real time and those over the horizon. As AI advances, we're committed to ensuring effective risk management strategies evolve alongside it. We believe that users should have information to make informed decisions when viewing election ads that contain synthetic content that has been digitally altered or generated. To that end, verified election advertisers must prominently disclose when their ads contain synthetic content that inauthentically depicts real or realistic-looking people or events. This disclosure must be clear and conspicuous, and it must be placed in a location where it's likely to be noticed by users. And this policy applies to image, video, and audio content. So with that, thank you so much. If you have any questions on this training, feel free to contact our team at civics-outreach@google.com.